Giffords sort of assassination attempt happened was to get information as quickly as they could. A lot of people, they went on TV, they went to CNN, they couldn't get as much information as they could from Twitter.
Right.
But when the Newtown massacres happened, it was a lot of this rush to get the most information as you could, as quickly as you could. And so along the same lines as what you've been talking about, there's that fine line between ethical standards and objectivity that all four of you on stage share. And I'm just wondering how you all kind of balance that and then kind of work together in getting as much information and the right information out to the public.
With me, I get sourced. A lot of my followers will send me tips. Usually, the best way to get in touch with me is sending a tweet. And one thing that's great, I have those sources which I know are reliable and it's accurate information. Whether that's an individual I know personally or someone like Notify Boston or Boston Police or Cambridge Police. So everything I tweet, if it's news breaking stuff, I always make sure it's actual because if it gets out there. There was an incident where someone tweeted me the Peru is on fire. They retweeted that. Apparently there is a sporting arena that's called the Prudential, and it was talking about the crowds are on fire. So luckily I double checked that because I think it would have caused a little bit of an issue downtown.
That could have been some panic. Yeah,
So in that regard, or at least what I do is double check. I mean, Twitter is the best search engine for what's happening right this second. So if someone tweets to me that there is a car crash on Brookline Ave or something, chances are there's a few people talking about that. So I do a quick Twitter search for Brookline Ave or car crash and double check. And with me, I'm a huge fan of photos. So photos are obviously usually legit and usually telling the truth. So the Twitter search engine for me is my double checking the source and make sure it's right before I send something out. I usually don't. My whole world is kind of Pleasantville, happy-go-lucky. I follow Cambridge Police, I follow Boston Police to see what's going on. Hidden Boston does a great job of all that, or excuse me, Universal Hub does a great job of all that too. But I have a lot of outsiders, a lot of tourists follow me, so I try to keep the violent stuff. And I understand why Cambridge Police tweets that, but I try to keep that out.
It's kind of a good thing. Yeah.
No, but it's important for
bring it down.
It's important for people to know. But I do have a lot of tourists that follow me. I never want to give the impression. My whole goal is to bring students to Boston, keep students in Boston, have them live here afterwards, bring tourists into the city, businesses in the city, and just people to move into the city on a whole. And I don't want. I remember when I was in Miami once, and the whole evening news was all about crime on the streets. It made me so scared to be there. So I don't want to give the impression that Boston is a bad place, because for the most part it's a tremendous city to live in, and and most of the areas are pretty crime free.